All right, it's time for 20 questions. I just interviewed Kevin Donahue for the podcast, and he's from Sacred Steps. So if you want to learn more about him in detail, please check out the podcast. You're going to learn a lot, and it's a really fun conversation. But right now, we got 20 questions. These are full
20
of
questions.
ideas. So let's do it. You ready?
I think I am. Let's see what happens, Lee.
All right, here we go. Kevin, what would you do differently on your very next Camino walk?
Wow, these are really hard 20 questions, Lee. On my next Camino walk, what would I do differently? I would probably change my shirts. I've been wearing a lot of merino wool, and I have always been a big fan of merino. But on the very hot summer walks, I've found a little better fabric. So I've moved to an outdoor research shirt, and it's been a great decision.
Is that the brand, Outdoor Research?
Outdoor Research, they make a shirt called the Echo line, and they're super lightweight. UV. I don't want to get a plug here for Outdoor Research, but Outdoor Research Echo shirts, fantastic.
Fantastic. I love that. All right. Favorite thing to do in Santiago once you arrive?
I like to do the tours of the cathedral. I think everybody should leave an extra day in Santiago de Compostela to watch the pilgrims come in the plaza and to take a tour of the beautiful cathedral.
Agree. What's your favorite village along one of the Camino routes?
Padrón. I think Padrón on the Camino Portugués is a great city steeped in lore of St. James, and I think for people who are more interested in the stories that have made Santiago such a cultural icon in Spain, visit Padrón.
Agree. All right, I know the answer to this because we talked about it during the
Okay.
podcast, but we'll see if people were listening. What's Kevin's favorite food to eat when he's on a Camino, and actually any pilgrimage around the world where he can get it? Kevin.
Anywhere in the world, bacon bocadilla, no question, hands down. Whatever you call it, bacon buddy, back bacon sandwich, that's my go-to.
Great. All right. Are you the kind of guy that walks before the sun comes up? You got the headlamp. Or are you the kind of guy that lounges around, has extra coffee with folks? Well, I know it's not coffee, but whatever you're drinking that morning.
7 a.m. So whatever time that sun thinks it's coming up, I'll be there at 7.
Okay. All right. Do you use poles, and do you use 2 poles religiously, or are you the walking staff kind of guy, the old fashioned way, or no pole, no staff?
Depends on the route. So I will normally pack 2 poles. When I was in the UK, I did a single pole because that was better for what I was going to need there. So I kind of look at what the terrain is. The more hills there are, the more poles I have.
Good advice. All right. Can you think of a guidebook or an app that you have used regularly that you think has really come in handy?
I love the Cicerone guidebooks. Sandy Brown's guidebook on the Camino Frances. I really leaned into the Cicerone guidebook for the Pilgrim's Way in the UK. My favorite app is the Microsoft Translator app because I can do bi-directional conversations with people where my shortfall is that I can't think of the words even when I know the language fast enough. So I know enough Italian, but I can't think to put the sentence together fast enough. It's easier for them if I use the translator app.
Good tip. All right. Are you more now? Listen, no judgment, right?
No judgment.
No judgment. It says Camino. Are you more of a bunk bed kind of guy, a private room, or are we talking Parador when available? What do you do?
Ooh, I stayed in a Parador for my birthday one time, and that was fantastic. I work in hospitality, so I have the opportunity to stay in all kinds of hotels. But when I am walking pilgrimage, I try to make the most basic accommodations. So I'll be in the municipal, and if that's not available, I'll be on a mattress on somebody's floor.
Excellent. All right. Winter, spring, summer, fall. When's your favorite time to walk in Spain?
I've never done winter, but Ann Bourne says you got to do it. So she's got a great new book on winter Caminos. I'd love to do it one time. My next Camino is going to be in June 2023, walking with my son. So let's say spring, summer.
Excellent. Hey, that's just next summer. This
I
coming.
know.
Excellent.
I got one more before that, and then I'll be in Spain.
All right. Now I know the answer to this, so I'm going to
Ooh.
say your morning drink. It's not coffee. It's
No, it's whatever that Diet Coke is called in your country. So Coke Zero,
Coca-Cola
Coke
Zero.
Light, Diet Coke. I'm there.
Sometimes Coke Light, not always. All right. At the end of the day, are you a wine guy, a cerveza, Aquarius, or are you sticking to the Coke Zero?
Beer. Yeah, definitely a beer. Cerveza, más cerveza, por favor.
All right. Do you like tortillas? Do you like the tortilla, the egg, and the potato dish here in Spain?
Absolutely. I'm an eater. I will eat whatever is popular in your culture. So when I come to your town, that's what I'm having.
All right. So sometimes there's a debate online if you're learning how to make it at home. Would you put onions in it, keep it the traditional way, or would you rather not have the onions in it?
I love onions, so I'm going onions.
Me too. All right. If you could go back and tell yourself one thing before you took that very first Camino step on the Portuguese route, what would you say to yourself?
Think less. I think there's a great opportunity to just be in the moment and experience the Camino for what it is and what it brings you, and less about what you prescribe it to be.
All right. Your backpack, do you carry it? Do you ship
Mm.
it on? And how much does it weigh?
I carry the same backpack regardless of where I'm going. It's an Osprey Manta 34 liter. I carry it everywhere. It's my carry-on. It fits on almost every plane I've ever been on. So what does it weigh? Depends. If it's when I was in the UK with winter gear, it weighed a lot more. In the summer, I've got one shirt. I've got a change of clothes, basically, is what I've got in there. And then, whatever tech gear we need these days to recharge phones and batteries.
I think I just bought that same exact backpack for my
It's fantastic.
work.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, I really like it. All right. Pilgrim family member or a place in Spain that you're like, I really miss this person or I miss this spot.
Yeah, I really miss a person that I've never had the opportunity to meet, but she's part of my Camino tribe, Claude Tranchant. And the place that I truly miss is the plaza in Santiago de Compostela, to see the way what the Camino means to people. Reminds me of what it means to me.
Yeah, I love every time I go through. It's a thrill.
I love your videos.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So aside from the square and the cathedral, what's your favorite Camino landmark or your favorite church, like one of the smaller ones?
Favorite in gosh, I hope I'm getting this one right. In Ponte Vedra, there's the Scallop Church.
Peregrina.
Yeah,
The one from
and I think it's right in the old town. It's in the shape of a scallop shell, and that's a great church and a great pilgrim's mass.
Excellent. And okay, something that you needed to buy one of the times you were on pilgrimage that you just didn't bring with you, didn't expect that you'd need this item.
Compeed. So in Europe, you have compeed that is for large plasters that's shaped like a crescent moon, and we don't really have that in the United States, and that's a very handy shape. So anytime I'm in the EU, wherever I am, I try to buy 2 or 3 of them to take them home with me.
Lifesavers. I've used them this past summer.
I never know what I'm going to use them on. Very rarely is it on my Caminos. Some next thing you know, I need it at home for this, that, or the other.
Okay, excellent. All right. What's something that you did bring with you on pilgrimage, say your first one, that you're like, why did I bring that? I never used it. That was silly.
Okay, super controversial here, but sleeping bag. So I'm a big believer, if it's cool, in taking a down camping blanket, because if you think of a sleeping bag and then cut it in half, I'm basically cutting half the weight out of my sleeping kit by just taking a down camping blanket. So whether you need it or not, seasonal or not, people are welcome to debate, but nobody can debate it weighs less if you take a camping blanket than a sleeping bag.
I'm with you in that. I just plan on wearing all the clothes that I have in my bag.
There you go. Layer up.
right? And the blanket would just be the bonus. All right. If you had to, or you get to write a book about your life, now we're talking life memoir, not
Ooh.
just pilgrimage, what would be the title of that life memoir?
That's a great question, Lee. I don't know if we're going to meet the timer on this one. I don't know. I've never thought about that. I'm not the type that is that introspective on the totality of my life. I would like to be remembered as someone who approached life joyfully, who had fun and loved his family. So yeah, maybe it would be something about laughter, or something about travel.
I see that. All right, this one's an easy one, I bet.
Okay, good, because the last one was a stumper.
What's left on the bucket list? You said you're coming to Spain this summer, but
Mm-hmm.
anything that's just like completely different that you're just like, man, that's a bucket dream.
Yeah, I'd like to walk the Camino Kodo in Japan.
Yeah.
I would love to do that temple walk, and my next Camino in June 2023 will be my 50th birthday, and my son wants to walk it. So huge bucket list for me to be able to see the Camino through his eyes.
Cool, because he'll be 13, 14 when
He'll
you
be
do.
14. Yeah,
He'll be 14 and you'll be 50.
I'll be 50.
Hey, that's so special. I just walked with my dad. He's 77. I'm 57. It was a treat. So I'm so excited you guys get to do this. Hey,
You're not 57. Get out of here, Lee.
I am, and my dad's 77, but we did it.
Drop a comment below, and let's all see if we think Lee is over 40 yet. So
I'll mail the check to you for being so kind, and thank you so much, and thank you for coming to 20 questions. You nailed it. Thanks a lot.
Buen Camino.
Camino, everyone.
Las cosas que necesito en la vida ya están aquí.